badass everywhere you go.
I do.
Why don't you walk around, smile at a few people?
I do that.
Friends, kiss babies. But you walk around, you're like okay.
No, I don't.
So I see you're nervous all night.
Just sometimes.
Sometimes.
You see the smile right now?
Yeah,
Come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
There's two guys that end up at most of the tournaments, and you can just go to their website and download whatever you want. The good thing is he's got the garage all set up.
Before we begin, we found a pair of AirPods in a dark blue case, so if anybody's, lost something already, free pair of AirPods, boss, I don't know. They're up here if you're lost.
What did you coach? Oh, okay, you guys coach wrestling together?
Hi everyone, as you're settling in, you may have noticed some strange things on the walls. The GCI archive was generous enough to let me bring this stuff down here, so don't spill drinks or tomato sauce on any of it. But we have a leather jacket from 1962 in front of us. There's a football from the 48 champions over there. There's also a women's volleyball banner, etc., etc. So as you're making your way around tonight, have a look. You have a long heritage of excellence that you are all doing a great job continuing. So congratulations to you all tonight. That's that. Yeah, way to go, right next.
Okay, everybody, hello and welcome to the 2024 GCI Athletic Banquets. I'm Molly. And I'm Emma, and we are the co-chairs of GCI's Athletic Council. We're so happy to have you all here today. We know as coaches and student athletes, you're all very busy and have sacrificed a lot to be here, so we really appreciate your presence tonight. As a team, Athletic Council could not be happier to be putting this together for you to celebrate all of your hard work this season.
We've got a lot of fun stuff coming your way tonight, including some great food, speeches, celebrations of coaches and athletes. But before we get started, we just wanted to give you a quick rundown of how today's gonna look.
So we're gonna start off with a few speeches, followed by MVP awards and then major awards. Dinner will come at around 6 p.m., so at this time we will announce a few tables to get up and grab their food. We just ask that you remain quiet during this time as we're going to be continuing with all of the awards.
Then at the end of the awards ceremony, there will be time to take photos, chat, and hang out with your coaches and fellow teammates. And then before we wrap up for the night, just make sure you get a nice team picture if you can. If you are one of the award winners today, there are a couple things to keep in mind. So your coach will come, give a little speech about you, call you up, and then you'll shake hands with them, say thank you, whatever. And then Mr. Osterberg is going to take your photo right here with all the cool stuff.
So with that being said, let's get started. So first off, Athletic Council would not be possible without our teacher supervisor, Mr. Waterfield. Holly and I have had the pleasure of working with Mr. Waterfield over the past few years, and we really appreciate all of his time and hard work that he puts into the athletics at GCI. We would like to welcome him up to say a few words.
Here we go again. You guys look great, by the way. Everybody. Classing it out this year. All right. Thank you, Molly and Emma. I do want to start off by thanking you both for taking the leadership role this year with Athletic Council and throughout your high school experience as well. Maturity, commitment, initiative is the reason why everyone's here tonight, because that's what you show. Truly, you two have done a great job, and I'm proud of the accomplishments in running the club this year, and it's been a pleasure to see the two of you grow as leaders within our school community. So congratulations on that. So. Athletes, coaches, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 GCBI Athletic Banquet. Tonight, we gather here to celebrate the incredible achievements, dedication, and hard work of our outstanding athletes. I want you to look around tonight. Look at your fellow body. These students make up nearly 8 million of the high school athletes across North America. Of that 8 million, only 0.023% of you will actually go pro. Which is very slim and hard to conceptualize. Last year, however, one of GCBI's athletes did so. Tavius Robinson. A former grad and an athlete of GCBI, Tavius in the NFL and was drafted in the 3rd round. The most difficult task against the odds. He represents that 0.023%. Tavius is a special athlete and a well-deserving person. But Tavius never won a major athletic award at GCBI, nor was he even nominated. I don't even think Tavius won the MVP for football for us. Tavius' character and work ethic is what made him shine. He is a team player, he is the hardest worker, he listens, and he responds well to his coaches. I remember the night when we won our District 10 football championship game. It was a long game, an exciting one, went down right to the wire, and by the time we got out of there, it was really late. I remember I had to get up early the next morning and take one of my sons to a sporting event, and grudging that moment. That morning I stopped into Tim Hortons, asked for a coffee, and was greeted with, "Hell of a game last night, eh, coach?" It was Tavius that was serving my coffee. His shift started at 5 a.m. All the smiles and all the work was right there. This is what Tavius does. He transfers those skills he possesses from football into whatever he does. He puts the work in, stays true to who he is and what he values, and that's what made him that 0.023%. Although winning championships and trophies is an awesome defeat, playing sport is even greater. The structure, the discipline, the friendships you learn from sport will take you further than any medal or championship trophy. Like anything you do in school, athletics require a lot of hard work to be successful. This understanding of hard work will be the foundation for whatever you accomplish or want to accomplish in your life. I'm not going to go over each team's accomplishments as the key coaches will come up here and do that. But I will say congratulations to all the teams and athletes this year that made GCBI athletics not only successful in terms of titles and trophies, but also sportsmanship, passion, dedication, and hard work. Please give it up for all the teams, athletes, and coaches that made 2023-24 another great season.
Thank you, Mr. Waterfield. As we all heard, Mr. Waterfield mentioned Tavius Robinson, an NFL player for the Baltimore Ravens and former GCBI athlete and alumni. Tavius was kind enough to make a video for us, telling us a bit about his experience at GC and how all the students and coaches here helped shape him as an athlete and an individual. So please direct your attention to the screen over here.
Hey everyone, this is Dave Charles from the Baltimore Ravens. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me, and thank you guys all for your support. You know, I wish I could be there today. But thinking back to my days at GC, you know, it was some of the best years of my life. You know, football there, winning D10 the last 2 years, you know, it's still some of the biggest and most fun games I played in for sure. You know, seeing alumni packed out. So I felt like my years at GC, I could just feel the growth, you know, year in and year out. I could feel myself becoming a better player and a better person, you know, every year. So I think that came with just listening to the coaches, you know, taking coaching, listening to the veterans, you know, the guys who did it before me, you know, taking any little advice I could get there. So that, and of course, a lot of hard work. But I think my biggest piece of advice is, you know, whatever it is in life, whether it's football, another sport, or just, you know, anything in life in general, you just try to be fully invested and, you know, do the little things right. So, you know, I think back and it's like, back then I was eating right, you know, I had to make sure I ate the right foods, I had to make sure I sleep properly so I could perform at the highest level, and like, those little things will separate you. You know, getting those extra reps in after practice or getting those extra reps in the film room, those things will separate you from other people. And I feel like those habits that I built back then, I still carry with myself now. You know, I'm still trying to separate myself from the next person, do extra stuff, and it was just good habits that I built at GC for sure. But I appreciate y'all. If anyone ever has any questions about life, sports, anything, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. Appreciate y'all. See y'all soon.
Now with all of our speeches done, we're ready to get started with some of our awards. So we're going to start with all of our MVP awards for fall sports. So to begin, Ms. Powers will come up to present the baseball MVPs.
This year's boys baseball MVP took on a leadership role without being asked. He gave pep talks before and after games and exemplified a high standard of player integrity. On behalf of Coach Matchett and Coach Snoddy, I'd like to present this award to Ethan Troe.
Now we would like to call up the football coaches, Mr. Crabb and Coach Dixon, to present the football awards.
All right, thank you. Coach Matt is here with us today. Coach Cassidy said he was unable to make it, and sends his regards. Good evening. First of all, I'd like to thank all the coaches that assisted this season and everyone here for your support. Every season we always start with high expectations, and this season was no different. We knew as coaches that we had a young, inexperienced team with a smaller group of veterans. Despite this, we played tough against everyone and competed at the best of our abilities. In fact, our quarterback, Sean Singh, is a great example of this. He had never played the position before, but was able to lead the offense. Our best game was against Lourdes, where we were winning at half. We just had a few bad calls, and that was the difference. We knew we should have won, and the guys were upset, and that speaks volumes to their competitiveness. We continued to get better, and we had a really strong first quarter in the playoffs against the eventual D10 champions, Bishop Mac. For all this adversity this season, we have now put together what we feel is a strong, determined team, and we're certainly looking forward to the fall. A big part of our team dynamic this season and our success moving forward will be because of the following MVPs and All-Stars. Our Rookie of the Year, even though he looks like he's 30, he's only in grade 9. He started for us on defense. He's a legitimate ball player. He's aggressive, makes tackles, and forced a few fumbles. We're excited to see how he's going to continue to develop. This year's Rookie of the Year is Jude Dowd. Coach Matty just informed me that he's at football practice right now for the interview. So, all right. Our most valuable back this year, he made 2 at the football practice. This player has been a steady, reliable force since joining the team last year in grade 9. He never misses practice and continued to impress us. He's a D10 All-Star at linebacker and leader on the field, and just recently showed he can run with the ball. This year's most valuable back is Mateo Landaverde. I know this guy is here, for sure. And Coach Matty's going to give you a word.
Yeah, so being an offensive line coach, I've had my fair share of getting to meet new and different O-linemen, but somebody has always stood out through my years coaching with GCVI. And this player, well, I know he would have rather played tight end. He made the most of the situation that he was in and was a true leader on and off the field, and definitely a great example of what GC football is all about. So this year's Most Valuable Lineman Award goes to Maddox Acuna.
All right, the MVP for our team this year, this player is a competitor, and he's always trying to work his way into everything. There's always something. He even asked me if he could run the special teams. I was like, absolutely not. The thing is, despite sometimes driving me crazy, he comes to play. He wants to win. He shows up for practice, and once he's focused on defense, he's a force in the field. He was a D10 All-Star. This year's MVP is Milo Hastings. In conclusion, I just want to thank all the graduating players, and while I have Maddie up here, I just wanted to say what a great coach she's been on the team. She's one of the most committed young coaches we've ever had. She only misses practice to compete with golf. She's dedicated and hardworking, always willing to step up, and she's been a great coach on our team. We're a better team for having her. So thank you, Maddie.
Congratulations to all of our football award winners. Next up, we're going to have Mrs. Dodd and Mrs. Holt to come up and present the awards for field hockey.
All right. So we had a lot of fun this year. We started off having to play Donna Frost, who's the reigning champ of District 10, and the girls were awesome. It was an amazing game, and we learned so much. Only lost like 1-0. That was actually a huge highlight. We had a ton of new players this year, and we had an all-star from Belgium. She is not here, and she would have been our MVP this year. So we are not going to be awarding an MVP because we all know that Margot would have been the one who would have taken that award. So we are instead going to be doing a Rookie of the Year and a Sportsmanship Award. So I will go ahead and present the Rookie of the Year, and we actually had some amazing people to choose from. Our whole team was so dedicated and so hardworking. There was one player though that really stood out. She was a grade 9. She didn't have much experience with field hockey. Obviously, it's a really random game that nobody really ever knows about until we have it at our school. And she played as though she had been playing for her whole life. We could not believe how much she stood out and how natural she was. She was a huge difference maker on defense. I think we barely took her off, and that goes to Eden Muller.
And for our Sportsmanship Award, this also went to a new player at grade 10 this year. And what stood out to us about this person is their positivity and their ability to take feedback and apply it right away. And this made a huge difference in their game this year. And I think we also played this athlete in every position. She was on the sidelines cheering as hard as she was when she was on the field. And this goes to Jessie Upton.
Okay, next up, Mr. Waterfield is going to speak on behalf of Mr. Howie to present the golf awards.
In the words of Mr. Howard, this year's boys golf MVP is a grade 12 student that has just joined this team this year. In his first golf tournament for the Gales, he shot a low round for GCBI. He shot a low round for GCBI boys at the District 10 Championship at Ackloff Lake Golf Club. In addition, he also brought a relaxed yet determined attitude to the team. Join me in congratulating this year's boys golf MVP, Jack Parker. This year's girls golf MVP started the season off with a second place finish at the District 10 Championship in a strong field of golfers. She then went on to represent GCBI at Kawasa, where she had a great day and finished tied for fifth, only 2 strokes away from qualifying for OSA. In addition to her excellent score this season, she brings a positive attitude and is a great teammate. Join me in congratulating this year's girls golf MVP, Madison Howell.
Congratulations. Next, we'd like to welcome Ms. Lodge and Mr. Buchanan to speak for the tennis team.
This year's tennis season was the most successful tennis season GCBI has had in about 30 years. That's how long it's been since GCBI tennis won District 10 championship. Every individual or pair that participated at D10 finished top 3 in their division. This is a very impressive accomplishment. It's no wonder we won District 10 by a whopping 16 points. Five of our players qualified for Kwasa. Mirana, Sydney, Simon, Remus, and Luke all played well at this level, all contributing points to our 4th place overall finish of 27 schools. Although we are a fall sport, the OSA Championship was played in Toronto in the spring, and for the first time in recent memory, Guelph Collegiate was represented there by Remus Trausa and Luke O'Neill. Although it did not work according to plan, we are hoping to see them again in the future, hopefully joined by a few of their teammates. With such a crop of talented players, Coach Buchanan and I decided to select 2 MVPs based on commitment to individual and team development, positive attitude, and sportspersonship. Our first MVP is a grade 9 student whose skills are beyond his years. He demonstrated a hunger to improve and became the best player he can be, and become the best player he can be. He is able to modestly help other players along, sharing his expertise and pro tips. This in and of itself is not that unusual for a Yale athlete. But coaches, how many of your players spend their time between games approaching rookie players from opposing teams to give them constructive feedback on how to improve their game?
Our second MVP exemplifies the epitome of sportspersonship and dedication for her exceptional contributions to the GCBI tennis team. Both on and off the court, she radiated positivity and displayed unwavering optimism that inspired her teammates and uplifted team spirit. Her pursuit of self-improvement not only showcased her commitment to be the best she could be, but also set a shining example for her peers. Her enthusiastic cheering and unwavering encouragement for her teammates fostered a sense of unity and camaraderie. She embodied the values of sportspersonship, perseverance, and teamwork, serving as a positive role model for those around her and leaving an indelible mark on the team's collective success. Please join us in celebrating Malone Bonneville and Simon Scott.
Thank you, Mrs. Lodge and Mr. Buchanan. Now, please help us welcome Mr. Conti and Ms. Carberry up to the stage to present the awards for junior and senior boys soccer.
The junior boys soccer team had an outstanding season. They were undefeated D10 champs as well as Kwasa semifinalists. The team was solid from the keeper right up to the strikers. This was a very difficult decision to narrow down to our one MVP selection. This year's MVP demonstrated a strong work ethic as well as leadership qualities. He was one of the team's captains as well as a major part of the team's success. Over the course of the season, this individual provided countless motivational speeches before the games and at halftime. This year's junior boys soccer MVP is Jake Mazzola.
for the senior boys soccer team. Our MVP this year was a leader on the field with excellent skill and work ethic. He would play any position that we would ask, and he always strived to elevate others to be the best they could be. One of our captains this year who will be very missed, it is Omar Leonard.
Now we will have Mr. Keesman for volleyball, for the junior boys volleyball.
I think it's worth mentioning there's a lot of people here tonight, which is great. Like more people than I've seen in a very long time at the Banquet, so it's great for you to come out and cheer on your fellow athletes and cheer on the fact that GC had some great contributions this year. I'm here to do the junior boys volleyball MVP. This player is going to fit in seamlessly with the seniors next year. He was not just our best player, but likely one of the best players in the league. Declan O'Hearn.
Okay, now we're going to call up Mrs. Yankolov and Mr. Rajna, who will present the senior boy volleyball MVPs.
Hi, everybody. So our season this year, we're super proud of the growth and success that our senior boys team had. Our season was full of highs and lows. When we were at our best, our team had unmatched energy. Shout out Dennis. We had cohesion with active defense and relentless attacks. As a team, we were able to challenge teams with more pedigree than us by wearing them down. We had 3 strong showings in tournaments this season. In our D10 semifinal game, we were down 8 points in the 4th set, and the boys they rallied and were able to push the eventual D10 champs Ross to a 27-25 loss in an exhilarating series of points. Gave Miss Yankolov and I a mini heart attack. It was a bittersweet end to an awesome season. It's been a privilege to work with this group of young men, and we look forward to what they have in store for their futures, both athletically and as individuals. So we're going to do MVP first. We owe the success of our season and the progress of our volleyball program this year in large part to this player. He always met our expectations as coaches and exemplified them to his teammates. He's a leader by example, whether it was a drill, a warm-up, or a stretch, or a 5th set, players always looked at him for leadership. He was the rock of our team. He called plays, played the most sets, turned bad passes into swingable 3rd balls. For how talented he was, or is, as a volleyball player, he remained humble, respected his coaches and teammates, and ultimately cared for the team's success over his own. As a multi-sport athlete during our season, his dedication to the team was unparalleled. He would compete in a cross-country meet, show up to our game beat red, ready to lead the team to victory. It is our pleasure to award the MVP for the Senior Boys volleyball team to Gabe Benz.
recognize our most improved player on our team. And tradition will keep going. In the gym, he arrived with a spirit so bright, bringing energy and heart. He's a true delight. Coachable and eager, with time he grew, a testament of effort to himself he stayed true. With a great attitude, he faced every drill, with a smile on his face and an iron will. Receptive to feedback, he listened with care. In practice and games, he was always there. On the court, he stood firm, a rock for us all, lifting our spirits, answering the call. His energy boundless, his positivity strong, humble and gracious, he helped us along. We watched him grow, and our hopes are high for next year and beyond as time flies by. So tonight we honor with pride in our hearts the most improved player who played his part. For all that he's shown and all that he'll become, our most improved player, Griffin Wood, your gym's
Now we would like to welcome up Coach Ben to present the awards for junior girls basketball.
Hello everyone, I had the pleasure of coaching the junior girls basketball team, and we had a lot of success. We got better and we improved in a lot of areas. This year's MVP played very aggressively, played great defense, and they're the MVP. So give a round of applause to Gwen Rankin.
Good job. Good job. Congrats.
Good?
Good job.
Congratulations, Gwen. Next up, we would like to call up Mr. Skipris to present the awards for senior girls basketball.
Just kidding. Mr. Skipris is at a very competitive Timbit soccer game, so he's running late. I don't have score updates, but as soon as I know, I'll let you know, because you're on the edge of your seats. I'm just going to read what he has sent to me here. So Mr. Skipris would like to begin by recognizing two of the senior players. Molly and Jasmine were both nominated as our District 10 All-Stars. Both Molly and Jasmine were very deserving of the recognition. Molly is a tremendous player at both ends of the court. She stood out for her ability to put pressure on many of our top opponents. She was one of our leading rebounders and scorers. Thank you for all of your hard work, Molly.
Good?
Jasmine stood out in many ways as well. She was our leading scorer this season, a top rebounder, and she proved to be a challenging defensive match for all of our opponents. Thank you for all of your hard work, Jasmine. The other player that is being recognized tonight is Mr. Skipris is at a very
I just got this text message.
big soccer game, so I don't have score updates, but soccer updates. Being awarded as a captain's award for her commitment and contributions to the basketball program at GCBI. This player showed tremendous dedication, often being the first player in the gym. She was always up to a challenge and worked extremely hard to contain their opponents on defense. She took feedback very well and worked extremely hard to better herself every day. Congratulations to Tishan Delfinato.
weights as well. Defensive match for all of our opponents. Thank you for all of your hard work, guys.
Okay, now to finish off the fall sports, we will have Mr. Hawken and Mr. McNeil to come up to present the cross-country award.
Being awarded as a captain award for her.
You guys see me? Oh. All right, this year's Junior Cross Country MVP Award goes to the most deserving candidate. This cross country athlete had a great season that I will quickly run through. She was a District 10 All-Star at the District 10 Championships, and she was our top junior runner at the Cross Country Championships. She accomplished all this because she's a very committed athlete. She's a year-round member of the Royal City Athletics Club, and she is a committed member of the GCI team and a team leader. So if you couldn't tell already, this athlete takes training very, very seriously. In fact, you might say that she is as passionate about running as Sidney Crosby is passionate about hockey, except that she is the one known as Lydia. Please help me congratulating this year's Junior Cross Country MVP, Lydia Hurley.
The senior male MVP for the cross-country team is a young man of few words. Very, very few words. But due to the respect that he has earned from his teammates, when he does speak, they listen. He has actually demonstrated tremendous growth as a leader this year. He often led team warm-ups at both practices and races, and would give advice to teammates during course walkthroughs. But mostly he led by example. He gives everything he has during every single workout and every single race, and as a result, he was our top senior boys finisher at every meet we went to this year, including a 6th place finish at the district championships, which resulted in him being named a District 10 MVP yet again, I think for the 3rd consecutive year. Congratulations to our cross-country senior male MVP, Gabe Bennett.
This year's Senior Girls Cross Country MVP can only be described as the heart and soul of Gales Cross Country. She is not only an excellent competitor, finishing 1 spot from being a district all-star, she is also our team captain. But her accolades don't stop there. She wears many, many team hats. She is the team hair braider, the team face painter, the team reel creator on the gram, even if Mr. McNeil didn't understand the assignment, the team hander out of equipment, the team tent setter upper, the team organizer, the team bus music DJ, the team cheer every athlete in every race, even if it means running many kilometers before her race. For she is team, lead by example, and team always do with a smile. Even when she is exhausted, after 6 kilometers of racing through mud, wind, rain, cold, uphill, both ways, for she is Marisol Ona-Corrales.
That is it for all of the fall awards. We will now hear from Mr. Keiko, and then we will get to eat dinner.
Hi, everybody. I will keep this quick for letting us know dinner's right after I talk. But good afternoon.
GCVI student athletes and coaches. I'm really happy to be here to celebrate you. Congratulations on an outstanding year of athletics. You student athletes are an extraordinary group. I know you broke records this year for a number of athletes out. You broke personal bests. Every time I watch, you're fiercely competitive yet humble. You represented the school with great class, and I'm grateful. I know I speak on behalf of a school admin, your coaches, athletic director, to tell you once again how proud we are of you. I'd like to encourage all of you to continue as you move into the summer with sport and healthy activities, especially after such a vigorous athletic season. Staying involved with sport will help you maintain balance, personal development, and well-being. Stay disciplined, stay brave, continue to surround yourself with inspiring coaches that will push you to be the best of you in challenging moments. These are all skills that will help you in life. One more time, student athletes, could you please join me in thanking this incredible group of teachers and community coaches and staff that make this happen for you. And one more shout out to Mr. Waterfield, your amazing athletic director, and our incredible athlete council. Thank you.
Okay, we're just going to call up some tables because we can't all go at once, but please be quiet because we're going to continue with some of the awards. So the front half of the room with like Gwen's table, you guys go before the pillar. The back of the room on the same side, you guys go.